If the Small Business Administration has not sent you the instructions on how you can continue your request for more funding of up to 24 months of working capital, in other words, your gross revenue minus cost of goods sold times 2, then you need to watch this video because the Small Business Administration did not send me those instructions either. As you very well know if you've been watching any of my previous videos. On April 16, 2021, I contacted the Small Business Administration press office. Most specifically, I sent an email to Miss Carol Wilkerson of the Small Business Administration press office, who has been very informative and cooperative in getting us information straight from the federal agency's mouth. Anyway, Miss Tiffany Clements, she is the public affairs specialist over at the Small Business Administration, got back to me in response to my first inquiry in regards to the lifting of the economic injury disaster loan cap to $2 million. She wrote that we are working diligently to get this done by early summer. Then, in regards to the 24 months of economic injury working capital loans, the increase that many of you have already received an email in regards to, where the Small Business Administration asks you whether you want to request more funds up to 24 months of working capital in the event that you've been just lamping under a rock somewhere, not even sunbathing at that particular point. No UV rays, no vitamin D. For small businesses, 24 months of economic injury is calculated by gross annual revenues less annual cost of goods sold multiplied by 2. So you'll use that formula to determine how much of an economic injury disaster loan increase for which you qualify. And for agricultural enterprises, 24 months of economic injury is equal to 24 months of operating expenses. Now, I got a little more specific and asked her, how long will it take the Small Business Administration to approve and disperse the funds for the requested increase? They're experiencing a high volume and are processing those in the order. To date, we've approved over 3.8 million loans of over $205 billion, almost exclusively. That's under the previous formula, working capital, and with a maximum of $150,000. Now the maximum is at $500,000. And when can applicants who requested an increase sending an email to COVID EIDL increase request at SBA Gov expect a response? So I want to know when they would respond with the instructions that would list the steps that I need to take in order to continue my request for more funding. We are processing increase requests in the order received. All borrowers that requested a loan increase to the mailbox will receive a next step instructions between April 22nd, April 26th. Right now, the date of this recording is April 26th, 2021. So today's the deadline. So you should have received some form of instructions from the SBA telling you what you need to do in order to continue your request for more funding through this 24 month of working capital program. I did not get that. I didn't get those instructions from the SBA or anybody else for that matter. So I went ahead and logged in directly to the Small Business Administration portal. That's the portal where I accepted my initial loan offer and I uploaded my documents, etc. You know the portal if you applied for an economic injury disaster loan, and there was a button which reads, request more funds. I went ahead and clicked that. Then I got an error message. No, actually I got a pop-up which asked me whether anything changed in regards to the situation of my business and when I first applied. I went ahead and clicked the OK button. You can see the process right now. And then it requested for me to sign one more document, which was a 4506T.
Press 1. If you have submitted an application or you are calling about the impact,
it'd be helpful for the Small Business Administration to provide some instructions on how to request more funding. Okay, here we go. Request for tax return transcript. Absolutely. Let's make it happen. I went ahead and signed that document, and the Small Business Administration now has authorization again because I already filed a 4506T. Just do it again regardless. It doesn't matter. They had me execute that 4506T. They now have authorization to yank my 2019 and 2018 taxes, and we'll see from what happens from there. There are some reports on Reddit reading that potentially in this portal, the Small Business Administration may very well incorporate a chat system where you will potentially be able to speak to a Small Business Administration representative. And you've probably already heard this, that other people who are familiar with the coding, with the back-end code of the Small Business Administration portal for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program, have found that potentially there will be options for people to request funding automatically, that there won't be any requirement of signing a 4506T or submission of any other documents. For instance, this one is promising. Your loan qualifies for automatic approval and funding. Please click Fund Now below and we'll send you your wire for $500,000. That doesn't even look like it's coming from the SBA, really, but I guess it's speculation on part of the coders' part. They probably put that in there just to see how it looks, or perhaps just testing something out. We don't know as yet. However, just wanted to share that to you. If you do not have the button, which reads, request more funds, the highly coveted blue button, then do what I did. I've already gotten my economic injury disaster loan and grant approved in 2020. Just got an increase for about 16 grand. Coming from the Small Business Administration, for which I filed a request back in July of 2020. And I told you about this. I went ahead and contacted my elected officials through this website, usa.gov/elected-officials. You'll be able to locate who exactly are your elected officials. This is probably an easier way for you to find them. You go to govtrack.us/congress/members/map. Go ahead and type in your physical address where your business is located. I went ahead and did that. And I sent an email over to Charles Schumer's office and Kristen Gillibrand's office out in New York. None of them got back to me. However, Mr. Hakeem Jeffrey's office, who represents my district, he did get back to me. And I just waited it out. Then I just kept doing my thing. Because listen, I'm not twiddling my thumbs where the federal government bails me out. I'm out there selling something, which is why I tell you to go ahead and visit my spreadsheet at bit.ly/bizss21, where a number of our viewers have been funded through other grant programs, the GoFundMe Save Small Business Initiative. A number of our viewers have already been funded through that program. Last video you saw, and other videos where a number of people signed up for it. And this is probably the most valuable page on this spreadsheet, the one labeled Free Education. Take a look. We've got Search Engine Optimization SEO Starter Guide. These are the sources where I went ahead and learned how to market businesses online. Did it on behalf of other organizations of all sizes, small, mid-size, enterprise class organizations, working with the 2012 Barack Obama presidential campaign, all through these self-educated, informal sources of education. Understand what I'm saying? If you want to learn even how to do stuff what I do on YouTube. I mean, I've been out here helping people. And look, through this, look, they've got the YouTube Academy. I've been through the YouTube Academy. I believe it's on line 24, if I'm not mistaken. It's not there anymore. You're right here. Look, YouTube Creator Academy. Go ahead and grow your channel with free online courses. Take a look at what people are searching for on YouTube. Hit Google Trends. See what are the trends. And go ahead and upload content. Even share your experience. Again, I keep on telling you here, I'm not a financial advisor. However, I have told you what has worked for me in receiving funds from the federal government and other sources, in selling items on eBay. You even see my kids. They got impacted by the pandemic. They wanted to go out and sell their comics in the playground. They couldn't do it.
I did this because I wanted people to have fun reading my comics, and fun leads to happiness.
They couldn't do it because everyone had to stay home. Regardless of what, they're still out there selling their things. They're selling their old stuff on eBay. They just made like $80 the other day. They sold one of their old monitors. They've probably generated like a few $100 for an 11 and a 14-year-old kid. That's money that they could use. That's cash money. And imagine you do this on a daily basis. It's as simple as I've told you before, as taking used items in your home, putting them up for sale on online marketplaces such as Mercari, eBay. Sell something, and then you also qualify for other grant programs. You have an idea? The federal government has like $2 million for you through the American Seed Fund. I've been through this. back to back to back videos just dropping this information, and people have picked up on it, and a number of you are getting funds, you're getting funded, you're getting grants, you're selling items, out there hustling. That's what this country wants to see, and you get more assistance for it because you're building an asset. That's probably the most valuable asset that you can create. You own a business, it's something that keeps giving back and can change your whole descendants, your whole generation, your kids' generation, your grandkids and your great-grandkids' generation. You enhance your entire bloodline's lifestyle and everything that they can enjoy while living in this lifetime, while living in this country. That's why I rep mine, because there are all kinds of resources available. Like I said, you could learn everything. And it's not rocket science, but however, if you want to learn rocket science, I actually have a course for that listed on the free education tab. Again, if you do not have that request more funds button, go ahead and contact your elected officials. That's what they're there for.